Most men don't talk about it, but many feel it every single day. Energy starts to fade, intimacy becomes harder to maintain, and confidence, that quiet sense of control, begins to slip away. The surprising thing, the real culprit, is usually small, hidden, and all too often ignored. Buried deep in your pelvis lies a tiny gland, roughly the size of a walnut. For most of your life, it worked quietly, regulating fluids and supporting reproduction. But after 60, something changes. This gland begins to swell, press against your bladder, and create a ripple of effects throughout your entire system. It's your prostate. And when it becomes inflamed, it doesn't just affect your bathroom habits. It can throw off your sleep, your hormones, your circulation, and even your sense of masculinity. For too many men over 60, this silent swelling causes constant trips to the bathroom, restless nights, fading drive, and creeping anxiety. These are not rare symptoms. They are everywhere, but they're not often discussed, not in locker rooms, not in waiting rooms, not even between close friends. Today we break that silence. You're going to uncover a natural, science-backed solution, something powerful, accessible, and hiding in plain sight. A fruit, not a supplement, not a synthetic pill, but a natural food that has been used for centuries, across cultures, to calm inflammation, ease urinary discomfort, and support male vitality. And that's just the beginning, because in this video, I'm going to share with you 5 powerful fruits, each one proven to shrink the prostate, restore confidence, improve circulation, and help you feel more like yourself again. And the most effective fruit on this list, chances are you've eaten it for years without realizing what it's truly capable of. I'm Dr. Caroline Ruth. I'm a board-certified urologist, and for over 2 decades, I've worked with men over 60 who are determined to maintain their independence, their health, and their dignity. From retired military veterans to former CEOs and everyday grandfathers, I've helped thousands of men reclaim their energy without relying on drugs, devices, or invasive procedures. If you're tired of the frustration and ready to take back control, this video is for you. Before we dive into the list, take a moment to subscribe and tap the notification bell. That way, you won't miss the practical, research-backed health guidance that's helping thousands of men around the world every week. And if you're already feeling curious, I want you to type yes in the comments. If you're unsure or skeptical, that's perfectly fine. Type O for open-minded. I want to hear from you either way. Let's begin our journey with a fruit that might surprise you. Cranberries. They're small, tart, often associated with Thanksgiving dinners or marketed as women's health products. But cranberries hold an untapped secret for male health, and especially for your prostate. For decades, cranberries have been marketed as a urinary tract solution for women. But new research has flipped that narrative. Cranberries, particularly the kind that are unsweetened and whole, are becoming a frontline natural option for men battling prostate enlargement. Did you know? Over 60% of men in their 60s and more than 80% of men in their 70s suffer from benign prostatic hyperplasia, or BPH. BPH causes the prostate to enlarge and press on the urethra, making urination difficult, frequent, and uncomfortable. It's why you wake up multiple times at night, why your stream feels weaker, why that feeling of not quite empty lingers after every trip to the bathroom. But there's good news. Cranberries contain a class of compounds known as proanthocyanidins, or PACs, specifically type A PACs, which are rare and uniquely powerful. These compounds act like a natural anti-inflammatory. They work by blocking a molecule called p-fimbriated E. coli, a bacteria that plays a surprising role in inflammation inside the urinary and prostate systems. What's more, cranberries improve the health of your bladder lining and reduce oxidative stress, the kind of cellular damage that accelerates aging and increases cancer risk. Rajiv came to me complaining of constant urgency. He was waking up every 90 minutes at night, and it was affecting his blood pressure, his memory, and even his relationship with his wife. He had tried tamsulosin, but it left him dizzy and fatigued. We introduced 8 ounces of unsweetened cranberry juice daily, plus a half cup of fresh cranberries with breakfast. Within 5 weeks, his symptoms started easing. After 10 weeks, he was waking up only once per night. His mood improved, and he called it the best change I've made in years. A former Navy officer, David, was skeptical. "Fruit isn't going to fix my plumbing," he told me, but he tried it. In addition to his morning walk, he began blending frozen cranberries into his oatmeal. 2 months later, his IPSS score, the scale doctors use to measure BPH severity, dropped from 21 to 13. That's a clinical improvement. Use 100% cranberry juice, no sugar, no blends. Add dried cranberries to your salads or trail mix. Just make sure they're unsweetened. Or consider capsules, standardized to 36 milligrams of Packies per day. Even better, cranberries also support your cardiovascular system, improve immune response, and have been shown to reduce LDL cholesterol in several clinical studies. This fruit isn't just a urinary aid, it's a foundational tool for aging men. Red grapes. Red grapes are delicious, but they're also a hidden treasure trove of male health benefits, especially for your hormones and your prostate. Inside red grapes is a compound called resveratrol, a natural polyphenol that's been shown to balance testosterone levels, reduce prostate inflammation, improve endothelial function, that's your blood vessel lining, support longevity through gene activation. Here's the secret. Resveratrol helps activate SIRT1, a protein that regulates inflammation, cell repair, and aging. SIRT1 slows down the aging of your prostate tissue, protects your DNA from stress, and even supports better erections by improving nitric oxide levels in your arteries. Leonard was experiencing what he called slow fade, low energy, decreased libido, and anxiety over rising PSA levels. He didn't want testosterone replacement therapy due to a family history of prostate cancer. We focused on natural hormone support. Red grapes became his go-to afternoon snack. Within 2 months, his energy was up. His testosterone moved from 320 nanograms per deciliter to 430 nanograms per deciliter. His libido returned. "I feel more in charge," he said. Subhash was diabetic and worried about insulin spikes. "I recommended 15 to 20 red grapes per day, spread across 2 meals. In 90 days, his HbA1c dropped from 6.9 to 6.4, and his prostate symptoms eased. That's because resveratrol also improves insulin sensitivity, one of the silent factors behind BPH. Eat red or black grapes with seeds where much of the resveratrol is concentrated. Choose organic when possible. Grapes are often heavily sprayed. Blend grapes into smoothies or freeze them for a cold snack. You can also use resveratrol supplements, but food-based sources always absorb better. Red grapes don't just help your prostate. They support your mind, heart, blood sugar, and hormone stability. They're an all-in-one longevity tool. Apple. An apple a day keeps the doctor away. It sounds like a cliché, but for aging men, it might be one of the smartest daily habits you can adopt. Apples contain quercetin, a natural flavonoid with profound anti-inflammatory effects, especially within the prostate. Quercetin helps regulate inflammatory cytokines, reduce oxidative stress, and may slow the progression of prostate enlargement. It's also a natural aromatase inhibitor, meaning it helps prevent the conversion of testosterone into estrogen, a key factor in age-related hormonal imbalance. Mark was waking up 4 times a night and felt like he was slipping. 2 apples a day, 1 in the morning, 1 in the evening, made a difference. Within 8 weeks, His nighttime urgency dropped. He said, "I didn't realize how much this was wearing me down until it stopped." George had chronic constipation, low energy, and prostate discomfort. We added apples with skin and ground flaxseed daily. The fiber helped regulate his digestion and hormones. His prostate symptoms calmed. His energy lifted. Always eat apples with the skin on. That's where most quercetin lives. Choose organic Fuji or Granny Smith apples for the best balance of sweetness and antioxidants. Combine with healthy fat, like almond butter, to slow blood sugar spikes. Apples support not just your prostate, but your gut health, cardiovascular system, and detox organs. They're simple, they're available year-round, and they're wildly underrated. Avocados. There was a time when men were told to avoid fat. Cholesterol was demonized, butter was feared, and avocados ignored or misunderstood. But science has evolved, and now we understand. Healthy fats are critical, especially for hormone production and prostate stability. Avocados are loaded with beta-sitosterol, a plant sterol shown to reduce BPH symptoms, improve flow, and ease urgency. Monounsaturated fats, which support testosterone synthesis. Magnesium, vitamin K, folate, and potassium, which aid in hormone regulation, detoxification, and inflammation control. A 6-month study in Germany found that men taking 130 milligrams of beta-sitosterol daily had significantly improved urinary flow and reduced residual bladder volume. That's the same active compound found in half an avocado. Carl came in, exhausted and discouraged. He was urinating 5 to 6 times a night and waking up groggy and irritable. We started with half an avocado daily. Simple, sustainable. 6 weeks in, he was down to 1 nighttime trip. His energy returned. And most importantly, he said, "I feel normal again." A former marathon runner, Henry felt his strength and virility slipping. His testosterone levels were at 310 nanograms per deciliter, low for his age. We incorporated avocados, zinc-rich seeds, and strength training. 3 months later, his levels rose to 420. His flow improved, his libido came back. Avocados contain fiber, which binds excess estrogen and helps excrete it. They support insulin sensitivity, easing metabolic stress on your endocrine system. They contain lutein and zeaxanthin, which protect your eyes and brain. 2 things that also decline with age. Mash half an avocado onto whole grain toast, sprinkle with ground flaxseed, blend into smoothies for creaminess and a testosterone-friendly boost, or eat with salt, pepper, and lemon. Simple, nourishing, and effective. This fruit works from the inside out, bringing calm, balance, and strength back to your body. Tomatoes. If I could recommend just one food for prostate protection, it would be tomatoes. Why? Because of lycopene, a carotenoid that gives tomatoes their red color and their cancer-fighting power. Lycopene accumulates in the prostate more than in almost any other organ. It reduces inflammation, neutralizes oxidative stress, stabilizes PSA levels, slows or reverses tissue swelling, supports hormonal balance. It's also one of the most heavily researched compounds in prostate health, with over 100 clinical trials backing its use. You've heard his name before. David had elevated PSA levels, nightly urgency, and frustration. He started eating cooked tomatoes 5 times a week, soups, sauces, stews. In 6 months, his PSA stabilized. He told me this was the first time food felt like medicine. Iqbal was told to prepare for a biopsy. His urologist was concerned. Before moving forward, we introduced high lycopene meals, tomato paste, roasted peppers, and olive oil-based dressings. 3 months later, his PSA dropped from 6.8 to 5.1, still high, but low enough to postpone the procedure. His energy improved, and so did his confidence. Cook your tomatoes. Heat makes lycopene 4 times more absorbable. Pair with olive oil. Healthy fats boost absorption. Use tomato paste, roasted tomatoes, or soup for consistent intake. Lycopene also benefits your blood vessels, testosterone preservation, and even sexual performance by improving nitric oxide function. And guess what? Tomatoes are affordable, available, and versatile. No exotic imports, no fancy packaging, just real food doing real work. The power of food synergy. Here's the secret most people miss. No single fruit works in isolation. The real power is in the combination. Cranberries reduce inflammation and protect the bladder. Grapes balance hormones and improve circulation. Apples calm your immune system and aid digestion. Avocados support testosterone and cellular balance. Tomatoes go straight to the prostate and protect it at the DNA level. Each fruit plays a unique role. Together, they form a nutritional shield, one that supports your entire reproductive, urinary, and cardiovascular systems. When you eat these foods consistently, you're not chasing symptoms anymore. You're building a foundation of resilience, comfort, and confidence. Most of my patients who follow this plan begin to notice changes in 4 to 6 weeks, with meaningful results after 3 months. It's not about perfection, it's about consistency. Getting started, the gentleman's prostate reset. Here's what I tell my patients. If you're ready to try this, don't overhaul your life all at once. Start with 1 new fruit every 3 days. Here's a simple plan. Week 1, cranberry juice, 8 ounces per day. Red grapes, 1 cup, mid-afternoon. Week 2, add 1 to 2 apples daily. Introduce cooked tomato dishes, soup, stew, paste. Week 3, add half an avocado daily. Combine fruits in smoothies or bowls. Week 4 to 6, stick with it. Adjust to taste and convenience. Rotate fruits, mix textures, and keep it interesting. This is your chance to build a routine that supports your health without complexity, side effects, or synthetic interference. In closing, what you feed, you strengthen. Gentlemen, I want to leave you with this. You don't need to accept declining energy, constant urgency, or restless nights as just part of aging. Your body is designed to heal, and your prostate can recover its balance with the right support. That support doesn't always come in a bottle. It often comes in your grocery bag, your morning plate, your afternoon snack. In my 20-plus years of guiding men through this journey, I've seen transformation begin not in the hospital, but at the kitchen table. You've seen the science. You've heard real stories. You've been given real tools. Now it's your turn. Choose 1 fruit today, just 1. Add it to your dinner or your breakfast, and start the process. This isn't a gimmick. It's nourishment. It's self-respect. It's the beginning of a better chapter. If this resonated with you, I'd be honored if you'd like this video, share it with someone you care about, or leave a comment below. I read every single one. And you never know, your comment could be the spark that changes someone else's life. Thank you for trusting me with your health journey. Now go enjoy that fruit and claim the comfort, strength, and peace of mind you deserve.